For centuries, bringing an idea to life required intense physical labor. An artist spent hours grinding pigments and mixing oils before a single brushstroke hit the canvas. Telling a visual story meant sitting in a dark room, physically inspecting miles of celluloid film and splicing it together by hand. And composing a cinematic score required renting a massive studio and coordinating dozens of classical musicians to play in perfect synchronization. Over the last few decades, software collapsed those massive physical footprints into digital interfaces. A laptop became the recording studio, the darkroom, and the editing bay. Now, generative artificial intelligence has pushed that compression even further. But the rapid explosion of hundreds of single-purpose AI tools has created a chaotic environment. Creators are forced to jump between disjointed apps for image generation, text prompts, and audio mixing. This reliance on fragmented, algorithmic execution leads to what researchers call AI slop. This is content generated by artificial intelligence that is low quality, mass-produced, and made to drive clicks rather than deliver real value. Producing an image or a song takes seconds. The modern creator's primary challenge is no longer generating the raw media, but organizing it into a coherent, original vision. A massive 2026 study published in Scientific Reports tested leading large language models against more than 100,000 human participants. This diagram shows the results of a divergent creativity test, which measures the ability to generate diverse and original ideas from a single prompt. The data confirms that systems like GPT-4 now consistently outperform the average human. But look at the far right tail of the curve. When researchers examined the top 10% of the most creative individuals, their average scores still completely eclipsed every AI model tested. Algorithms excel at rapidly generating options, but they struggle to evaluate which of those options carry emotional weight. Deciding what is original and worth pursuing still requires human judgment. This biological advantage is creating a new class of professional, the AI Auteur. Instead of acting as a technician who executes a pipeline, this creator operates as a director who curates algorithmic outputs. Software now easily handles tedious mechanical labor like rotoscoping, the process of manually tracing and cutting out objects from a video frame, or stem splitting, which separates a mixed audio track into individual instruments. This frees the creator to focus entirely on high-level taste and emotional resonance. We are seeing solo creators train models to reflect their own specific visual styles. A single person at a desk can now output multi-layered narrative projects at a scale that required an entire production studio just 2 years ago. When the financial cost of executing an artistic vision drops to near zero, execution becomes a commodity. A powerful, original idea emerges as the single most valuable asset in the market. To capitalize on ideas, the traditional linear assembly line has to be discarded for a rapid, circular workflow. This is why environments like TalentSite were built, an infrastructure-centered platform engineered to cure digital fragmentation. A creator can compose an emotional audio track in the Sonic Genesis terminal and instantly use those exact rhythmic stems to generate a synchronized visual narrative in TalentVision. With a shared central ledger, that exact artifact lineage flows seamlessly into TalentMotion for video refinement and DieCipher for code execution without ever losing the project's history or attribution rights. Operating at the speed of artificial intelligence requires a unified ecosystem. Tools must connect through a traceable environment to turn chaotic generation into a manageable, professional workflow. As we move through 2026, massive budgets no longer guarantee a secure competitive moat against small, agile teams with sharp ideas. The creators who thrive treat artificial intelligence as leverage, not leadership. They own the work's purpose, directing the algorithm's speed. With the mechanical barriers to expression finally removed, we are left with a blank canvas. The purity of human imagination is the only limit remaining.